Hey team, my name is Maxwell Hurst and I'm the Chief Operating Officer and a co-founder here at E2S. And this is the JPJ training video. In this video, we're going to teach you anything and everything you need to know to get ready for your first shift with us here at John Paul Jones Arena. First, I want to review some general E2S policies that you need to know before coming on site for your first shift. First, let's go over dress code. E2S standard dress code is all black with a black hat and black non-slip shoes being preferred. If you show up to work out of uniform, you will be sent home promptly. Next, let's review our tardiness and our call-out policies. You're allowed up to 4 unexcused tardies from work and 2 unexcused call-outs from work before your employment with us will be terminated. You'll be sent a written warning via email after each subsequent infraction, and you'll also have the chance to appeal any written warning by sending us an email to support@e2s.com. Now, I want to review what you need to have done before coming to work your first shift. Number 1, you need to have completed all of your onboarding paperwork at staff.e2s.com. Number 2, you need to have downloaded the E2S staff app on your phone, and you're going to need to go ahead and start registering for upcoming events through your app so that we know that you want to come work on site. Number 3, make sure that you've completed all of the UVA trainings for the venues that you selected during onboarding. Number 4, make sure that you're in our main E2S times UVA announcement GroupMe so that you don't miss any important updates from the admin team. Number 5, you're going to want to make sure that you've completed your mandatory UVA background check before coming to work on site. And lastly, number 6, you've got to make sure that you take your liquor exam, Virginia Responsible Alcohol Training to bartend with us at JPJ, Disharoon Park, or Scott Stadium. Next, let's review general alcohol laws that you have to know before coming to work on site. Alcohol law number 1, we can only serve 2 beers per customer at most in any transaction. Alcohol law number 2, we have to ID every customer coming through the line. Alcohol law number 3, we have to open every beer we serve, keep the caps, and throw them away at the end of the shift. Alcohol law number 4, we cannot serve to any customer that already seems intoxicated. And here specifically at UVA, alcohol law number 5 is when a customer comes through the line, they're going to get a wristband from RMC that we're going to work alongside. And then when that customer buys a beer, we have to mark their hand with a Sharpie. And a customer is allowed to buy 4 beers at most throughout the course of the game. And once they hit 4 Sharpie marks on their hand, they're done. Remember, following these alcohol laws is important to work with us here at UVA. And if you don't follow them, that could result in a fine and a court date for you. So make sure your goal is always to maximize sales while serving alcohol responsibly. Next, let's review our arena operation as a whole here at JPJ. We're going to have numerous bartending positions available, and you're going to be placed at either a canned beer portable or a draft beer portable somewhere in the stadium. On your stand assignment sheet, you can tell the difference by checking if your stand starts with a CP or a DP. If it's a DP, it's a draft portable. If it's a CP, it's a canned portable. If you're placed at a stand on the 100 level, that's going to be the level that you're come in on as soon as you check in. If you're on the 200 or 300 level, you're going to take the stairs up to the upper concourse immediately after checking in. Remember, here at JPJ, every stand location is directly correlated to the section number and what floor of the venue that stand is on. You can also ask your site lead if you ever have any questions about where to go once you get on site.
Now, let's go over some actual game day logistics. Parking is available at the Darden Law School garage. Inform the attendant you are working concessions with Airmark and you'll be let through. The shuttle to JPJ picks up at the loop right next to the parking deck. Check-in is on the 2nd floor of JPJ. When you get through security, you will check in with your E2S site lead using the E2S staff app on your phone. Use the QR code in your staff passport and show that to the site lead to check in. If you're at CP 101 through 119, you'll be on the same level. Check-in is on. Go down the hall and go right for CP 101 through 110 and left for CP 111 through 119. If you're on a CP or DP 300 stand, head up the stairs and find your stand by looking at the section numbers in JPJ. If you ever need to go down to the warehouse for restock, please use the service elevator located outside of section 306 and hit the 1 to head down to the 1st floor for any restocking needs. Once you get to your stand, you'll be given a role by your stand lead as either a cashier or support staff for the shift. You could be cashiering, opening beers, pouring draft, IDing customers, restocking fridges, or running product to different areas of JPJ. If you're a runner, be sure to restock fridges consistently and to help cashiers open and pour beers when lines get long. You can step in to help ID customers or control the line crowd when you need as well. Cashiers, always upsell. You should never let someone leave the line only ordering 1 beer. Be personable and make every customer interaction count. We pour a lot of draft beer at JPJ, and a proper draft pour means to pour the cup 45 degrees and place it as close to the tap as possible. Pull the handle and fill the glass halfway to about a half or 2/3 then level the glass to fill to the top. This is the standard pour for beer and ensures you get the optimal amount of head in your beer. Next, let's unpack the cashier-runner relationship. Runners, you should make it to where cashiers never have to move to grab the product, set up speed lines, and always be in position to facilitate transactions. Cashiers, make sure to communicate your needs loud and well. Sales will start 2 hours before the game and end at about the 10-minute mark of the second half. Once sales end, cleanup is directed by your stand lead. Once you're dismissed by your stand lead, check out with your site lead using the QR code through your staff app and you'll be good to go.
Next, I want to review some general tips so you can maximize sales and tips at your stand throughout the course of the shift. If you're a cashier, it all comes down to being personable and upselling. If you're being personable, your customer is coming through your line looking for a great experience and great service, and if you give it to them, they will reward you with a tip. Also, cashiers, always upsell. Your customers should never leave the line only buying one thing. For example, if your customer orders a pretzel, ask them if they want a water. If they order a beer, ask them if they want another one. Also, if you're a runner, it should be your goal for your cashier not to move at all. If your cashier isn't moving and they're only grabbing and selling, think about how many more transactions we could process throughout the course of the shift. At the end of the day, ask your stand lead and your site lead what you can do to marginally increase both sales and tips for your stand throughout the course of the shift. In conclusion, we hope that this video has helped prepare you for your first shift with us here at JPJ. And if you still have any further questions, be sure to reach out to your regional operations director, your site lead, or shoot us an email at support@e2seats.com and we'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you and go Hoos, baby.